Started off with my bad luck, watching you go. Told me you ran out of love, breaking slow, and you know it's not enough for me. When you say it's over, never was the gravity that pulled me closer. It's harder now, we shut it down so we could focus on ourselves. Hoping you'd come around, thought we could fix what's burning out. But my words you spun, it's gone far enough. It's already done. Not making this easy for me. Stop believing I'm meant to be. You're making it hard to breathe. Is it too much to pick myself up from the lies you keep? Holding on to what we had dragged me down deeper. Now I can't go back. You let me drown, fighting just to catch my breath. When I know it's over, is it really how this ends? Lost all composure. With Father now, I'm breaking down, losing myself along this road. Find a way to make it out, pick up the pieces of my soul. But I'm too far gone, nowhere to run. I'm already done. Not making this easy for me. Stop believing I'm meant to be. You're making it hard to breathe. Is it too much to pick myself up from the lies you keep?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you wouldn't mind please taking a seat, the panel discussion is due to start shortly. It's the future of collecting with Hispano Suiza. So please get yourself a drink, snacks, take a seat, and we'll start shortly. Thank you.
I'm feeling down on myself
All right. Good evening, everyone. We're going to start our Future of Collecting panel discussion in 2 minutes. If you can please join us inside the tent and take a seat. Our panel discussion on the future of collecting with Hispano Suiza and the Petersen Automotive Museum will begin shortly. Again, please join us inside the tent, and we'll begin the panel discussion shortly. Thank you so much.
Blood red, I was dressed in lace. You had me singing for you. Your touch was all I ever craved. Anything I do for you. But you fucked up, I called it.
I was born in 1904, and a few years later I was introduced to society. I earned the admiration of the most advanced minds of the time: artists, musicians, scientists, visionary romantics, alchemists of emotions, all pioneers. I was coveted by aristocrats and kings from all over the world. I raced, and I won. I was given wings, and I flew. Chance and some fortune led me to embrace new projects, unimaginable challenges. And here I am. A dream life? You could call it that. But the true privilege was being born with the awareness of always wanting to stay one step ahead of others. That is what made me truly unique. Then, now, always. Hispano Suiza, the pleasure of belonging to the unique.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Terry Cargus. I'm the Executive Director at the Petersen Automotive Museum, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you here as a part of a great evening here. It is being hosted by our good friends and partners, Hispano Suiza. You'll meet soon Sergio Martinez Campos, the CEO, Juan Fernandez, the CTO. I also want to welcome the guests who came up on our rally, the Petersen Pebble Rally. Where are the checkered flag people? How many checkered flag people do we have in here? Yay! and a standing ovation for our donors, friends, and amigos. I also want to say and do a shout out to the folks that are here with us as a part of the Petersen team who do such a wonderful job every day. Quickly, just a little ad for us. Last year we set every single record on the books, all finance, all attendance, every measure, and we're beating that like a drum this year. So we're way ahead. Very excited. There's so many great things that we're doing, and we can talk about that later. But tonight, also, your moderator is David Lillywhite, one of my true heroes, I think one of the best writers in the business. He and Jeff have put together the marvelous Magneto and now Octane again. So, but a special thanks to our host here, Bonhams Cars, for having us here for the cocktails and some hors d'oeuvres. We've got a wonderful panel ahead, the future of collecting, and with that, gentlemen, please.
Good evening, everybody. If you were here the last 2 years or at the dinners, you'll probably be thinking, "Oh my God, it's him again." So I'll apologize now. I'm very sorry, and I'll apologize now for my terrible, terrible pronunciation of anything Spanish because I just can't do it. I'm English; it's impossible. So apologies for that. Now I think this is so interesting. It's 120 years this year of Hispano Suiza. We kind of know it, I guess, here as a Concours car now, But actually, we just saw in the video, they raced, they had the aviation engines. It's a remarkable history. And then they're back, still with the same family ownership, which we'll talk about. And we've got kind of the two leading lights in the company. We've got the CEO, Sergio Martinez Campos, and we have the CTO, Juan Francisco Fernandez. Mm-hmm. And, you can't get higher than that, really. And behind you all, we've got their latest creation, which we're going to talk about as well. But we'll start with the history, and we'll go through it. We'll be about 30 minutes. And then we're going to get into, obviously, the latest car by the end of that 30 minutes. So I think you'll learn a lot. It won't be thanks to me. It'll be very much thanks to these guys. So we're going to start with this 120 years. I think you're going to just talk us through a little bit of that evolution initially, aren't you, of the 120 years?
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thanks to Petersen Museum team and all collaborators about to be here, no? For Hispano Suiza, it's very important to stay here with Petersen Museum to explain the history, to explain our project, and is the best opportunity today, no? Hispano Suiza is a brand made by and for pioneers since 1904. We were born in Barcelona, thanks to two pioneers, Damián Mateu, a Spanish businessman, and Mark Brigitte, Swiss engineer, and both shared a dream that 120 years, okay, about the best car of the world, no? In these years, and now Hispano Suiza stay here to continue the history. Finally, Hispano Suiza has been honored. You mentioned about the Suquet Mateu family for 4 generations.
I find that remarkable. I love it, and it's. I'm right in saying that the current chairman is the great-grandson of the founder, Miguel. For Hispano Suiza, it's a challenge, okay, and it's an important moment. Yeah, understand. So we're going to talk about some of the sort of significant milestones in Hispano Suiza over this 120 years. And again, that's down to you, isn't it, Sergio?
For Hispano Suiza milestones, or for Hispano Suiza, actually, from 1904 to 1946, Hispano Suiza placed it the very best of the world luxuries high-end automotive manufacturing. For example, Hispano Suiza manufactured more than 12,000 cars in the past, in these years, and performance grows across 26 models. Actually, today, the Hispano Suiza Carmen is being a 27th model. Hispano Suiza had three car facilities in Barcelona. Sagrera was the name of the factory. In Guadalajara, in France, Hispano Suiza won significant races such as Boulogne-sur-Mer in France, or, for example, contribute to the creation of the 24 hours in Indianapolis. No? And today, these years, in 2019, we presented in
Geneva,
sorry, okay, the Hispano Suiza Carmen, unveiling the car to present the Roland brand. The next year presented the Carmen Boulogne, the new version, and this summer, in celebration of our 120th anniversary, we presented the Carmen Sagrera. No? This is important. It's another version, and is a significant and the total expression about the Hispano Suiza.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So you probably remember the Carmen Boulogne from last year, which was the most amazing kind of violet-colored hypercar. So this is the successor, which, again, we will talk about soon. So it's also, again, when we look back at Hispano Suiza, we're remembering certain bits and we know certain bits from the Concours, but there are so many automotive legacies with Hispano Suiza, so many innovations, and I think that's fascinating. So I was going to ask you the legacy of Hispano Suiza in the automotive industry.
Yes, when you're talking about the legacy about the Hispano Suiza, at the beginning of the 20th century, Europe was far behind the USA, no? And then in 1904, when Hispano Suiza was born, we took a car that was a hit of time, no? Hispano Suiza in Europe put in the automotive sector, okay, and platforms, a design, and a DNA about Hispano Suiza to increase, okay, the DNA and the strategy about the brand, no? And this is a legacy. Hispano Suiza working for the same way, for the elegance, for design, performance, okay, and this is an Hispano Suiza, and this is a legacy. We're working about this way.
No, I completely understand. I think, again, what we maybe forget is Hispano Suiza, although it continued into the 30s building cars, but then the company itself, or aspects of the company, were absorbed into bigger companies. So it's not like the company disappeared. It actually continued building aircraft engines, etc. So there's a huge legacy that continued right through World War II. But then, obviously, there's been a long, long time without Hispano Suiza. And people like all of us know the name, remember it. But it's obviously quite difficult to bring back a name like that so many decades later. But what aspects of Hispano Suiza's heritage have been crucial in keeping the brand relevant to today, really?
Yeah, firstly and foremost, it's the will of family to preserve this legacy, no? 120 years later, the Greek grandson of the founder, Miguel Suquet, our president, serves an inspiring about us preserving the brand. No? And this is very important. This is a fourth generation that working with all team about to establish here for a long time again. No? And how do we do it? This is important, no? When we restart the project, when we relaunch the project, thinking about two milestones, 2 points. No? The first one, innovation and engineering excellence. Hispano Suiza, since 1904, and today, working all time for the best technology. Juan today explained us for the new generation about the cars, and luxury and design. No? We obsess it with perfection in luxury and design. It's more than car. It's a concept about the history of the Hispano Suiza. No? And we have 2 points. No? Engineering, luxury, and design. No? This is Hispano Suiza.
Okay. And we're going to go deeper into that. It's your turn, Juan. So, we've talked about the innovations, but what were the most important innovations in history in the early years of the company?
Yes, if we talk about innovations, I mean, it's clear that Hispano Suiza has been at the forefront from the first creation of any product. So this is putting a lot of pressure to us now, because at that moment they were, so high on the standards. So now for us it's really difficult to keep at the same pace that they were at the same time. No? For example, in 1904, they already developed a monoblock system for the engine casing and gearbox. So in the same casing you have this. This was not common. So they were the first ones patented and implemented that in a car. It's something that you can find in several products now. Also in 1919, Hispano Suiza patented and implemented in the H6 brake boost system for the 4 wheels, which is really, that was really a milestone, and now it's a common technology they're using in the cars now nowadays. At the same time, I have to say that in 1919, they used that H6 model to introduce the stork. So it was in that moment the first one that they used the stork as a tribute to the French aviator, that it was using the Hispano Suiza engines during the First World War. So that was really also a nice moment to remember. Also, if we talk about the Dumont Xenia, that it was also a very iconic product that using the platform from Hispano Suiza. In that platform, it was also introduced the independent suspension system, which is really super innovative, also was patented, and then they used the patent to Fiat, to all the other brands. That is, but it was the first one. So it's those kind of innovations. They put us, as I said before, a lot of pressure not to keep at the same pace now.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, so Juan mentioned the Dumont Xenia, and you guys probably remember that as the one of the stars of Pebble Beach over the years. It's a Peter Mullen car, now back at the Petersen, which is amazing, and that's going to be at the Quail tomorrow on the Hispano stand. So that's just an astonishing car, and it's obviously influenced the latest car. Now, you want to talk, obviously, about the new car. So tell us a bit about the design of the Carmen Boulogne, which is right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Francesc Arenas, who is our head of design, which is here present with us. He's always stating that it was a challenge to the conventional. That was his idea about how to design the car. So he wanted to challenge the conventional in the hypercar segment. So for him, it was super important, that challenge. And also, it's clear that we still carry the inspiration of the iconic model of Dumont, as we were saying. So it's clear, with the Carmen Boulogne, now it's still the same line. But we have enhanced, let's say, the performance. We have boosted performance to have a more sporty version, which is one thing that we think is also linked to the past of Hispano Suiza, because the motorsport was really one legacy that we have to also to carry on. And also our engineers, they have a lot of expertise in several other projects that develop Formula E, Extreme E, Rallycross platforms using the electric technology. So we wanted to just also link everything together.
No, it's very good. And the performance of these, I think we're still getting used to kilowatts and things like that when we're talking about electric cars. But when you look at the specifications on these, I mean, again, Juan, you're the man to tell us the technical specifications. Give us some numbers.
Yes, I know that kilowatts is not the right things, but even in Germany, they talk with the combustion, they also talk in kilowatts. But I understand that we are not used to this unit, which is super universal. But let's say, I mean, if we put some basic numbers, talking about the power of the Sagrera, we say this 1,150 horsepower. Also together with 850 pounds-feet torque.
Yeah.
That is that with those numbers we can have an acceleration from 0 to 60, or let's say 0 to 62, if we want to have it in 2.6 seconds, which is, we say, it's a fairly good number. Top speed is 180 miles per hour, and the weight is about 4,000 pounds, roughly, depending on the options chosen. More than numbers, what we want to say is, I mean, we have, let's say, full control of these specifications. So the IP is fully developed by us. We can do our own motors. We can do, brake system. Everything is done by us. So we think that these numbers is what we need. I mean, to have the feeling and the performance that we require. It's not that, I mean, we don't want to enter in the battle of having, 2,000, 3,000. With these numbers, I mean, we know that we can achieve what we want. Okay? If we go deeper into the technology that we have developed, we can say that one of the key points is the new battery that we have produced now, increasing the range from 80 to 103 kilowatt hour. That's quite a big change. Introducing new cells, new modules, also new cooling system. The weight also has been decreased, so that's a good combination, let's say, for efficiency. And we're proud of it. We have also, it's obvious that the aero package is completely different. So it's something that is helping a lot on getting downforce on the car. So with this extra downforce, we can brake later, we can go faster on the corner, and we can accelerate sooner. So, everything is on the right direction, let's say, for performance-wise. Yeah. Okay. Also, something is that, I mean, when we open the door, you will see is the interiors. We have also implemented new interiors for this car. We need to do a constant evolution, and it's something that is one step forward. And I think everybody will agree that it's a really a good way forward on the interiors. Okay.
Oh, great. And the if you're talking 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, you're talking over 1,000 horsepower. And you do think in an electric car, how is that going to last? How's it going to perform efficiently? Mm-hmm. So how do you manage to balance that performance against efficiency of the car so you have got some range?
It's, I mean, this requires a big collaboration between our departments. It's not a fight. Let's say we call it collaboration because the department from Francesc Arenas, he's proposing some shapes that they say, okay, this is going to work. So we go to the technical department and say, okay, this one is crazy. I mean, this is not. So it's it's always a back to back, and then at the end, through some closed loop operations, let's say, yeah, we come to a final solution that is giving the best of the design and also the best of the performance.
No, I understand it's a difficult balance.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit about the advanced technologies.
Second,
more about the advanced technologies that you have.
Well, as I said, on the main thing for us is just to have as much efficiency as possible. So we work with the motors, we work with the motor controllers. We have also access, we develop our own software and our own calibration tools. So we can deploy all our know-how on those let's say, aspects. And also it's important to say that once you have the performance, you want to have the same performance after lap. It's not that to derate the performance after just a couple of laps. It's very important for us to have the same level of performance when the SOC of the battery is even low. So with the cooling, also we are focused also on the high level of safety. For us, is super important. So that's the, with the latest technology and latest tool, and also with the know-how that we have from the past, is how we are able to implement these innovative solutions.
Perfect, thank you. And then it's that whole new thing about launching a new car. It's so hard now. There's so many regulations, even marketing them. How do you do it? You've got so many different channels. So how do you, what's your strategy for launching the the latest one, the Carmen Boulogne?
For launching, I think is...
That's it, it's down to you, isn't it, really, Sergio? You can stop and wipe your hands.
The launching of the Carmen Boulogne game inspired the true DNA on the gentleman driver spirit. Customers who challenge to the conventional, no?
Yeah.
But I would like to talk about the two versions more, Carmen and Carmen Boulogne. No? Carmen Sagrera is the evolution about the Carmen and Carmen Boulogne. Carmen is timeless elegance, okay, and Carmen Boulogne you can drive sporty into the track and into the road. No? Yes, and our strategy with Carmen Sagrera is for track, is for this gentleman driver, okay, that wants to feeling the sport and the all power, okay, in your hands, no? in your body, and this is for Hispano Suiza Sagrera, Carmen Sagrera.
That's fair. Okay. Where is it? I mean, is it coming to the US, and where else? What are the key markets for you?
In 2024, the key markets for us is USA, Europe and Middle East. But USA for us is a very important market, no? It's a key market because a lot of customers here in USA understand very well the brand, understand very well the history about Hispano Suiza. They are here, no? For example, in Monterey Car Week, a lot of classical cars with Hispano Suiza, not only Duonetenia, H6B, a lot of cars here when you're walking around the Monterey Car Week. And for us, USA is a key market, no? It's on a 50-60%, no? I would like to mention it about our partners, no? Focus in Texas, in Florida, or for example, here in California. We are working for Postal Motors in Houston, or for example, with Warren Henry. Thank you to be here again and support to Hispano Suiza, no? To establish very strong here in USA, no? And this is our strategy, no? For us, Hispano Suiza wants to stay in USA a long term, and we are working again here in Monterey Car Week to explain and to sell cars in Monterey Car Week.
Yes, well, fair. Everybody wants to break America. Beatles did it. I think Hispano Suiza, I think you'll do it. But what do you do? What's next in the next 10 years?
Well, David, this is a good question. Hispano Suiza is here to say. I'm working for the another 120 years, no? More
so not just 10 years.
The 10 years is in a short time. Is 10 years. Okay, it's a moment, no? Yes, and Hispano Suiza working for a long term again. And today, I pleased to announce, for example, that Hispano Suiza is developing a new model for the next years, okay, and for the same strategy. And it's possible to explain that Hispano Suiza established the new 28 model, no, in the market.
Right. Okay. And then we've got all the difficult bits again of modern car launches. You have the environment and sustainability. How do you deal with those?
Hispano Suiza, we mentioned with Juan, no, and with all team working for the same DNA for the present and the future. Hispano Suiza, our pillars in DNA is reliable, no? Design is the last technology. We are working on investment in the thinking about what is the best technology for the not for the future, no, for the in a medium or short term, no? Yes, and this is our focus, no? Our strategy. Hispano Suiza all time. You can see here, no? When we was relaunched a brand in 2019, the first car was Hispano Suiza Carmen. The next year, Hispano Suiza Carmen Boulogne. Okay, today you can see here Hispano Suiza Carmen Sagrera, and all departments that mentioned Juan working together about the next evolution about design and technology and engineering.
Okay. And then you've got to somehow pull all your customers and your followers together as well from this. How do you do that?
The customers.
Yeah.
The customers, yes, follow us, Hispano Suiza, not only here around the world. We have a special experience, okay, here there are a few customers that can live, no, the experience about Hispano Suiza, and yes, the customers follow us around the world.
Oh.
For example, in Goodwood, no, the last event.
Yep. No, I saw you at Goodwood. It looked amazing. We're coming to the end of our time here. As we were talking about, the guys are at the Quail tomorrow, but there's also, because it's 120 years, there's you've got Hispano Suiza on the field at Pebble Beach on Sunday, and I think there's a lot of people looking at Michael Cadori's Hispano Suiza. So that will be an interesting one, see how that does. And that's one of those cars that's the J12. And that's one of those cars that is very much a potential class winner, best of show winner, etc. So all eyes will be on that. And if you manage to get a Hispano Suiza up in the top results on Sunday in the 120th year, I mean, that will be something to really applaud, won't it? We're all done. Thank you so much to these guys, of course. Have a look around the car. Go and see them at Quail. And tomorrow, we've also got Bonhams going on from 11 a.m. So we've got to thank Bonhams, of course. And big thanks to Petersen for putting up with me. Thanks to you for putting up with me. And huge thanks to these guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.